2, 1.
Right, so the Women's World Cup's about to kickstart, so what's the opportunity for brands, do you think?
Can't wait. There's massive opportunities for brands. There's been a lot of hype and excitement around the tournament. It kind of started for the mainstream with the England's with the team announcement where Prince William was involved, Raheem Sterling, Alan Shearer. There was celebrities, male and female, from across the sporting sphere, from across the popular culture sphere, and it helped to raise awareness massively that the tournament is just around the corner. Announcements similar followed with like the German teams. There's been very high profile businesses, global businesses back in the tournament. Visa is sponsoring this year's World Cup. Barclays was obviously announced as a massive sponsor of the Women's Super League, the biggest ever sponsor of the Women's Super League last year. So they can see a real opportunity for growth with the women's game. Nike's chief financial officer was recently saying that women's clothing and footwear market is 1.5 times the size of the men's globally. However, it only accounts for 25% of Nike's revenue, so they're piling a lot of cash into marketing and products for the women's game in order to raise their own profile and develop commercial opportunities for them. I believe this is also the first tournament where Nike, being the clothing manufacturer, has designed kits specifically for women, so taking on board their feedback, and whereas the male kits have gone kind of tighter, like if you look back 20 years, it looks like the blokes are running around in kind of bed sheets, but now they are kind of much more fitted. But having taken on feedback from the women's game, it looks like they've gone the other way and are much looser.
Yeah, there seems to have been a huge equality movement towards the women's game. I think brands are recognising their fans and the consumers' appetite to kind of tap into that women's market. You mentioned Boots, 10 million sponsorship, it's huge, and obviously that sponsorship money will then continue to grow and invest in the sport. Obviously the more money that goes into sport, the more sponsorship deals, the more TV, which will obviously help to secure the sustainability in the future for the sport.
The more businesses are involved as well, and kind of the more money coming in, the better the show essentially, the better the stadiums, and that in turn seeks to attract more fans, and the snowball just keeps on rolling. So I think this has kind of been a pivotal time for the women's game. But I think only kind of true equality will be achieved when it's not referred to as the women's game. I was speaking to Sam earlier and saying that when Serena Williams is crowned Wimbledon champion, she's crowned Wimbledon champion, not women's Wimbledon champion. So I think there's still work to do, and whether that's differentiating the men's team and the women's team by men and women, opposed to just saying England and England Lionesses or whatever it may be. Then once they're kind of referred to as under like a common brand and a common name, then I think that's when you'll see true equality. But it'll be interesting to see as well, with football generally, the amount of money that's in the Premier League and then the amount of money that gets filtered through to the grassroots. It'll be interesting to see if those in control of the women's game take a different approach. So when sponsorship money comes in, how much of that actually feeds back into participation. UEFA's got a pledge to double the amount of female representatives within the next 5 years within their organisation. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if participation from women, not just playing the game, but in kind of the big jobs, the office jobs, the sports broadcasting jobs, if that continues to grow. Because obviously Alex Scott has been one of the best presenters on Sky Sports this year, and the BBC too, the best pundit, on Sky Sports and the BBC. So there is women's participation increasing, and providing that continues to be focused upon and highlighted, then I'm sure sponsors will just keep on coming back for more.
I think it would definitely be interesting to see if it's one to watch. I think brands are now looking for more authentic content and not necessarily moving away from towards the men's sport, but obviously seeing the opportunities that lie within women's sport. So it'll be definitely interesting to see following the World Cup what the next steps are really for the women's game, and have sponsors and brands to get involved.
Absolutely, and good luck to England.